Hi, welcome to Sunrise here on Sky News. We're live from Westminster this morning. The former head of the civil service, Lord Kerslake, has been telling Sky News that Brexit is the biggest peacetime emergency we have ever faced. Security, business, even the stability of the union could be adversely impacted. So what measures need to be in place to soften a potential no-deal backlash? Well, let's ask, shall we, the chair of the Emergency Planning Society, Jackie Semple, who joins us live from York. Good morning to you, Jackie. According to Lord Kerslake, you've got quite the task on your hands at the moment.
Good morning. Yes, we do. But what I would like to give the assurance to everyone who's watching and across the UK is that our preparation has been significant and resource intensive, and planning has been underway really since the result of the referendum, but certainly with increased activity over the last year and 6 months, and that remains dynamic and fluid as we keep up to date with what's happening.
Yeah, preparations, you say, have been significant, but so it seems is the cost. The British ambassador to France has estimated that no-deal preparations have cost the UK £40 billion. And when you think MPs are rowing about paying the EU £39 billion as part of this divorce bill, it seems an awful lot of money.
I certainly can't give you an exact figure, but what I can say around our members and our organisations that have been planning, that it has been significant. The money and time spent, both directly and indirectly on cost, is time that we'll never get back. But that's what we do as emergency planners and dealing with emergency management. It's what we do all of the time. So therefore, for us, this is normal business. Planning for something as big as this type of event is generic, and it's what we do. And it's important to realise that this is not something that's unique to us, although this has been significant.
OK, Jackie, talk to me about where you have been focusing your attention. What areas are most vulnerable to a no-deal Brexit?
There are a range of risks that we have been planning for. I think a lot of those are in the public domain. And, you know, I think across the UK, it's important that we ensure that our communities feel reassured and safe. And that's the part around where we've been looking at that we go forward. I think it's very difficult to pinpoint anything exactly. There have been a range of things, from the economy to finance to making sure that people remain safe, that our ports, our harbours, our airports, keeping the economy moving, all of those things are part and parcel of what we do.
Yeah, so many areas to look after, Jackie. Let's pick one example, for instance, that people are very concerned about. It's something that comes up time and time here again on Sky News. The National Health Service, for example, how that would be affected by a no-deal Brexit. Give me an idea of the kind of plans that are being put in place to protect it.
There's a number of areas around the NHS that are currently being looked at, and obviously there have been concerns around workforce, for example, and also making sure that we get enough medicines and that supply chain continues to be in place. So all of those have been looked at intensively, and planning accelerated around all of those high-risk areas to ensure that the UK can continue to function and that our public services continue.
Jackie, it's interesting, obviously you'll have heard about Theresa May and Jeremy Corbyn getting together for talks. They want to avoid a no deal at all costs. But this morning, can you reassure people that if no deal does become the way forward, as a country we are prepared?
That's what we've been preparing for. Worst case scenario, it's what we do. So no deal has been on our radar. So this is not any different. So it's what we do, it's what we plan for. Our plans are flexible. We will be keeping a dynamic approach. We've already stood up our structures to make sure that we are communicating right across the board, across all of our organisations. So we are as ready as we can be to ensure that we can keep going and the country keeps going.
OK, ready as we can be. But is that enough, Jackie?
I would say yes, it is. I want to give reassurance that actually this is our business, this is what we do, this is what we are well rehearsed in. So yes, absolutely.
OK, Jackie, reassuring words there from Jackie Semple, chair of the Emergency Planning Society, particularly after those alarming words from Lord Kerslake, who said Brexit is the biggest peacetime emergency we have ever faced. But Jackie's got it covered. Right, let's look at the rest of the day's news. Neil has that covered. Hi, Neil.